It's award season again in the world of football. The 2024 Ballon d'Or ceremony is almost upon us. Lionel Messi and Aitana Bonmati are the current holders, so let's take a look at who could be crowned the world's best player this year. Hello and welcome to Football Now. The Theatre du Châtelet in Paris will play host to the 68th edition of the Ballon d'Or Awards, where one male and female player will be crowned the best footballers in the world for 2024. A panel of journalists from FIFA's top-ranked nations have already cast their votes ahead of the ceremony, but what do they take into consideration when making that all-important decision?
There are a list of criteria that are laid out that you have to look at. Obviously, the number one thing is individual performance, of course, and you weight them based on competitions. I mean, how you perform domestically is very important, but the Champions League's massive, of course, how you perform at the highest level of club football, the Champions League. And then when there are major international tournaments, the World Cup, the Euros, Asian Cup, Copa America, they get weighted significantly as well, as they should. I mean, that's a massive stage, there's lots of pressure. Yes, they might be less games than, say, the Champions League or your domestic league, but that is a big stage. You do put a lot of weights on those tournaments and how players perform on them, and I guess it just becomes a subjective thing where you weigh that all up together and come up with your rankings.
Let's talk about some of the players nominated then, and leading the way in the women's category, much like last year, is Spain international Aitana Bonmati. She's a World Cup winner, she's a 5-time Liga F champion, and now she's also a 3-times Champions League winner. It's been an incredible year, and we asked her just what it means to be back on the list of nominations.
Para mí es un orgullo volver a estar nominada en el Ballon d'Or. Siempre es especial estar y formar parte de esta gala, de este evento, porque es donde hay las grandes jugadoras del fútbol, y eso significa que hemos hecho las cosas muy bien como equipo. Con el Barça hemos ganado 4 títulos y tanto yo como mis compañeros creo que merecemos estar ahí.
Bonmati's Barcelona won the Liga F and Women's Champions League double in May, so it's no surprise to see 7 of their players on the list, including the likes of Salma Paralluelo, Lucy Bronze and Alexia Putellas.
Sí, muchas de las competidoras son compañeras. Como he dicho, creo que hemos hecho un gran trabajo como equipo, como colectivo, y al final que estemos tantas jugadoras del Barça significa que se ha hecho muy bien las cosas como equipo y que se han ganado grandes cosas, ¿no? Como la Champions.
Elsewhere, as usual, the USA also have a strong presence. Encouraged by their gold medal success at Paris 2024 in the summer, Sophia Smith, Mallory Swanson and Lindsay Horan are all among the strong American nominees. The Women's Super League is well represented too, with 4 players for reigning champions Chelsea. But Bonmati is still highly favoured to pick up her 2nd consecutive award. Is she one of the most gifted players to grace the women's game?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to see her play a couple of times over the last sort of 18 months or so, and every time I watch a team that has her in it, she is the best player on the pitch. And, she's so diminutive. She doesn't maybe look like someone who would be capable of sort of controlling games and bending games to her will, but we know sort of Lionel Messi was the master of it in the men's game for so long, and she has a similar kind of ability to sort of dictate games and turn games on the head. So I think both on and off the pitch, she's incredible and is really sort of is the face, I guess, now of Spanish women's football.
It's time now to take a look at the shortlist for the men's award. Last year, it was Lionel Messi who overcame Erling Haaland to claim a record 8th Ballon d'Or title. But 2024 is the first time in over 20 years that neither Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo have been nominated. So, who is in contention this time around? Leading the way on the list of the 30 men's nominees this year is a handful of players from Spain's Euro 2024 winning team. Dani Carvajal is included after also scoring in the Champions League final for Real Madrid, along with the likes of Dani Olmo, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, who burst onto the scene this year for his country, winning the Young Player of the Tournament for his contribution to another Spanish international trophy. Bayer Leverkusen are also well represented after winning their first ever Bundesliga title last season. The captain Granit Xhaka, Florian Wirtz and Alejandro Grimaldo all played a vital role in the glory for Xabi Alonso's team. Toni Kroos has been given the nod after retiring from the game this year, while his former Real Madrid teammate Vinicius Jr. is considered to be one of the frontrunners. His main rival for the award will be Manchester City midfielder Rodri. His influence on Pep Guardiola's team has been crucial to them winning a record 4th consecutive Premier League title last season. I spoke to Italian midfielder Marco Verratti and asked him which of these two superstars he thinks should pick up the trophy.
Moi, si c'est moi qui j'ai choisi, oui, je donnerais à Rodri. Après, c'est un joueur qui a fait une saison incroyable. Je pense qu'il n'avait jamais perdu un match contre avec City avec lui dans le terrain. Il est arrivé à gagner l'Euro. C'est vrai que les gens d'aujourd'hui pensent à toujours les attaquants, à ceux qui marquent les buts, mais je pense que c'était un facteur très important pour City, pour l'Espagne. Je pense que sans lui, c'était une autre équipe.
Some famous names may no longer be on the nominations list, but anticipation is still high ahead of the 2024 Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris. Let us know who you think will take home this year's awards using the hashtag #FootballNowBallonD'Or. That's all we've got time for from the Lusail Stadium here in Qatar. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.